So Fiona, what's it like to be a creative personality?
Well, I think you tend to be surrounded by controversy. You don't fit in most places. You run the risk of being public enemy number one effectively with what you have to say through your creative medium. And certain sectors of society will always seek to discredit you for what they may term your bizarre behaviour.
Bizarre behaviour? In what way?
Well, it's difficult to define exactly, but I feel like I've lived most of my life like some sort of misplaced rock icon almost, always redefining myself, unable to settle down, looking for a different form of reality almost.
Really? So, you have an ebook published and a paperback in the making.
Yes, that's right. The ebook is called The Songbook, available from all good online publishers. And the paperback Myriads should be out about June, July time, hopefully. And it's a collection of my poetry, photography and artwork.
Okay, well, thanks for that. So perhaps you could read some of your poetry for us.
Yes, certainly. Hi, my name is Fiona Josa and I'd like to present 3 poems from my paperback book Myriads, which is poetry and photography collection. The first one I'd like to read to you is called Rebellion, and its zeitgeist is the late 1970s, sometimes known as the Thatcher years. And I like to think it also resonates with what's going on in modern day politics, and so here it is, Rebellion. Rocks are in my belly and I'm listening as I study, so where's this lecture going to take us today or in tomorrow's waiting stream of glory on this bright sprung day? Beautiful people dance, jive and play around these rooms, clad in jeans, sequin blouses and Egyptian jewellery, contemplating the dream like it's never before been seen. Jimmy's got a transistor sister who'd love to love us one by one and all, but life and its clauses leave us saying, yeah, okay, but let's get out there and find our own way now. Starman's camp begins to rage from its corner, but the way it's going around here lately, our education is sure to get pretty hazy, for out there it's just so different and nowhere quite compares to here. But be careful, for she's not just the one who tried to sell us the moon out of tune with our pockets turned out empty watching the TV. Across the sandy terrain to Andy's place, the plan is simple, for tales of power will suddenly radiate for us, where the knowledge is just a little sublimated. We don't see eye to eye with our elders or our so-called betters, who warn us that the alternative knowledge we are seeking could do us damage or immerse us in self-doubt. But be careful, for she's not just the faith and face of the one who tried to sell us clean screen television ideology, so we'd all weed up the family and blame rebellion in society. I recall her face in the classroom unseen, where my artist's eye had been. Did we ever think she'd burn all the bridges that we built so high with tender loving care? Did anyone sense her presence there? Meanwhile, down in the technical department, the mechanic's light bulb can clearly be seen to go all right, Jack, for just a fraction of a second before blacking out. While nearby system addicts type in all-day pools across the block, but we always seem to get slightly partisan with them, for they never seem to understand our culture or our ways. Sometimes it just works out that way, for no one over their way is saying boo to a goose today. That night the all-night cafe comes alive, but this isn't going to be the summer of love for us if our grants get suspended and our names go on a file and we make it down to the unemployment queues just in time to stand in line. For this is the unforeseen encroaching politics of the day, and it's going to reek of our culture, but being swept away. My second poem, Welcome, focuses on abuses in the mental health system, and this is my own unique take on it. Welcome to the new style zombie centre. You'll find no stereotypes here. With chemicals in abundance, so no pain you'll see. And better than handing out free orange juice, surely. For this is hardcore industry where nothing is for free, except perhaps the lives that are bought and sold so easily. We'll inject you for impertinence and speaking your mind. We'll inject you for suggesting there's a humankind. We'll inject you by the clock, we're not paid to question time. We'll inject you for the reasoning behind your rhyme. We'll inject you for not taking life in your stride. We'll inject you forsaking your dignity and your pride. Welcome to the new style Aldous Huxley nightmare, where everything you think is on your pretty pills of pink, and the depths on them you sink is to forgetting the system stinks. We'll inject you for differentials in human thought. We'll inject you for this is business, I think you're bought. We'll inject you for the very naturalistic laws are caught up in a web of sterile reasoning, the human cost we say is naught. And we're saying it's interference with nature, it's a dodgy line you can't win. Look, if I said I'd found belief in myself, would the nurse give in? For I can't uphold your logic with a pen. We'll inject you for requesting rights you cannot find. We'll inject you through confession, though the priest be blind. We'll inject you for wanting change, although the time is nigh. We'll inject you as you holler, as you try to scream, goodbye. And now to music, one of my favourite subjects as it happens, and this one's called Music Fan. I guess I'll always be a music fan, unless of course someone should decide to enforce a ban. I love the harmonies and the melodies, the crashing intros and the mind-blowing lyrics at times, whatever genre it may be, punk rock, indies, folk, blues, reggae, ballads, pop, classical, heavy metal, club classics, dance or trance. Music is the tune to which I'll always dance. You only have to think about the multifaceted world of culture that opens up purely from its reasons and its rhymes. Right from our childhood it's there like a constant companion, helping us to make the right connections on both the mental and the physical and even on the metaphysical planes. Music can do everything from sway us politically to just get us through the blues on a bad day. It can arouse our anger, our passions, our emotions on every level. And whether that be the angel that placates our world-weary soul at the end of the day, or the devil that entices it, music instills in us a deeper kind of hunger, it would seem. Raw energy, the class struggle, sensuality and sexuality, the macabre, the poignant, the bizarre even, can all be portrayed by the medium of music in a way no other art form can really hope to rival. And that's why I'll always be a music fan, unless of course someone should decide to enforce a ban.